Everyone tells you a Barndominium costs $230,000. That's real, it's the 2026 national average. It's also the number that scares people out of building one at all. So we did something different. We took 5 single-slope Barndominiums from a tiny 800 square foot starter to a full 3-bedroom family home, and priced every line item: the slab, the steel, the insulation, the wiring, the windows, and everyone came in under $150,000. One of these homes finishes for under $90,000. Foundation to move-in ready. Another squeezes a full family layout with a 2-car garage into a number that will make you check your calculator twice. By the end of this video, you'll know why that dramatic single-slope roofline isn't just the best-looking option in Barndominium design right now, it's the cheapest structural shape you can build. Before the numbers hit that like button, it helps this channel keep making honest, real-cost content instead of sales pitch fluff. Make sure you're subscribed, since we price out a new Barndo or tiny home every week. Then drop a comment. Which of these 5 builds would you actually live in? The shed roof, explained: a single slope roof, sometimes called a shed roof or a monoslope, is exactly what it sounds like. One flat plane, tilted from a low wall up to a tall wall, with no ridge, no valleys, no complicated framing intersections. It's the opposite of the classic gambrel barn shape most people picture when they hear Barndominium, post frame or steel frame. The decision that shapes everything else. Before you can talk roofing, you have to pick your frame. Post-frame construction uses large wooden posts, set 8 to 10 feet apart, embedded in the ground or anchored on concrete piers, with horizontal girts between them. Cheaper, faster, and what most homes on this list use. Steel frame replaces those posts with engineered steel columns and rigid connections. Stronger and longer lasting, but a bigger number on the quote. Properly engineered, post frame can be rated for 80 to 100 pounds per square foot of snow-load mountain town Colorado territory, while steel frame pushes past 100 commercial grade capacity. Every home here uses standard engineering for a moderate climate. Heavy snow country pushes every one of these numbers up. The foundation nobody budgets correctly. Almost every Barndominium sits on a concrete slab. A standard floor needs a minimum of 4 inches, 2,500 psi, reinforced with fiber mesh or number 3 rebar on 24-inch centers. Parking a truck inside bumps that to 6 inches and 4,000 psi. Perimeter footings run 12 inches wide and deep, with continuous rebar top and bottom, deeper still if your frost line demands it. Skimp here, and you're not saving money, you're prepaying for a cracked slab in 5 years. Why this roofline keeps costs down: a single slope roof sheds rain and snow efficiently, uses fewer materials with no ridge cap or valley flashing, and keeps the load path simple. That tall wall on the high side is a blank canvas where those dramatic floor-to-ceiling windows come from, without paying for a second story to get the height. The design: this is the smallest home on our list, proof you don't need 3,000 square feet to build something that looks incredible. 24 feet by 36 feet, 864 square feet, post frame with posts set 8 feet on center. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, an open concept living, dining, and kitchen space running the tall wall, and a covered entry porch under the low side. Ceiling height climbs from 8 feet on the low wall to just over 14 on the high side, so the great room never feels small. The line item cost breakdown: site prep and a 4-inch, 2,500 psi slab with fiber mesh reinforcement, $8,700. The post frame steel shell posts, girts, trusses, roofing, and siding at $30 a square foot, $25,900. Windows and exterior doors, including the tall wall window package, $6,200. The owner chose closed-cell spray foam over batt for the best thermal performance in this small footprint, $4,100. Electrical rough-in and panel, $5,400. Plumbing rough-in for 1 bathroom and a kitchen, $4,800. A 12,000 BTU mini-split, correctly sized, $3,300 installed. Interior framing, drywall, paint, and trim, done mostly by the owner, $7,900. LVP flooring throughout, $3,400. A basic kitchen and bathroom fixture package, $6,100. Well and septic on rural land, $12,000. Permits and inspections, $2,500. Total, $88,300. The surprising part, that's less than half the national average for a finished Barndominium proof. The price tag in every average cost article assumes a bigger home and a fully contracted build. Size and sweat equity change everything. The design, this is the one built for a real family. 40 feet by 50 feet, 2,000 square feet on a steel frame structure, with 1,500 square feet of living space and a 2-car garage in the remaining 500. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a primary suite at the low wall end for privacy, and the signature tall wall running the great room, glazed with clear-story windows above the kitchen. The line item cost breakdown: site prep and a slab poured at 4 inches under the living space, thickened to 6 inches with 4,000 psi concrete under the garage bay for vehicle loads. $16,400. The steel frame shell for the full 2,000 square foot footprint, at $25 a square foot thanks to the bulk buy discount that comes with a larger kit, $50,000. Windows, exterior doors and 2 insulated garage doors, $11,300. This family split their insulation strategy: closed cell spray foam in the living space walls and ceiling for performance, budget-friendly batt insulation in the garage, bringing that line to $9,200 combined. Electrical, including a sub-panel for the garage, $8,100. Plumbing rough-in for 2 bathrooms and a kitchen, $7,600. A properly sized 18,000 BTU mini-split system covering the 1,500 square feet of living space, $5,200 installed. Interior framing, drywall, paint, and trim, contracted out for the parts the family didn't want to tackle themselves, $19,400. Flooring LVP through the main living areas, tile in both bathrooms, $7,800. A mid-grade kitchen and bathroom fixture package with stock cabinetry, $14,100. Utilities, since power already existed on-site but water and septic needed running, $10,000. Permits and inspections, $4,000. Total, $148,900. The unexpected challenge: acting as your own general contractor sounds simple until you're coordinating 5 subcontractor schedules around each other. This family told us scheduling, not money, was the hardest part of the build. The design: if you've ever wanted a house and a workshop under one roof, this is it. 30 feet by 60 feet, 1,800 square feet, post frame, split evenly between 900 square feet of living space and 900 square feet of unfinished shop and garage. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a shop bay with a 14-foot roll-up door, big enough for a full-size truck and a workbench wall. The line item cost breakdown: site prep, plus a slab poured at 4 inches under the living space and thickened to 6 inches with 4,000 psi concrete across the entire shop floor to handle vehicle and equipment loads, $14,300. The post-frame shell for the full 1,800 square foot footprint, at $28 a square foot, $50,400. Windows, exterior doors, and the 14-foot shop door, $8,900. Batt insulation in the shop for basic temperature moderation, closed cell spray foam in the living quarters for full comfort, $6,400 combined. Electrical, including heavier 220-volt circuits run out to the shop for power tools and a welder, $7,200. Plumbing rough-in for 1 bathroom and a kitchen, $4,300. A single 12,000 BTU mini-split for the 900 square feet of living space, $3,300. Interior framing, drywall, paint, and trim in the living quarters only, mostly owner labor, $9,100. LVP flooring in the living space, sealed concrete in the shop at no added cost, $2,600. Kitchen and bathroom fixtures, $6,400. Utilities and permits combined, $13,300. Total, $126,600. The surprising part: unfinished shop space skips insulation to living standards, HVAC and interior finish, so it costs a fraction of living space per square foot. The real secret behind shophouse combos: double the square footage without double the price. The design: this is the showstopper of the group. 28 feet by 40 feet on the main floor, post frame, with a wood-framed loft, a 300 square foot bedroom tucked into the tall side of the slope, reached by an open staircase for 1,420 square feet total. 2 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, and a clear-story glazing package on the tall wall running nearly floor to ceiling, roughly 18 feet at its peak. The line item cost breakdown site prep and a standard 4-inch, 2,500 size slab, $13,100. The shell taller wall framing to reach that 18-foot peak, plus the wood-framed loft structure priced higher than a standard single-story footprint at just under $37 a square foot on the 1,120 square foot main floor, $41,500. This is where the budget shifts. The oversized, high-efficiency clear-story window package needed to control summer solar heat gain runs $9,800 alone. Closed-cell spray foam throughout, chosen specifically because the tall, glazed wall makes air sealing critical, $7,600. Electrical, including runs up to the loft, $6,900. Plumbing rough-in for 1.5 bathrooms and a kitchen, $5,200. A 16,000 BTU mini-split system sized to handle the extra volume from that tall ceiling, $4,400 installed. Interior framing, drywall, paint, trim, and the open staircase to the loft, $14,300. Flooring across both levels, $4,100. Kitchen and bathroom fixtures, mid-grade, $7,500. Utilities and permits combined, $13,000. Total, $146,400. The unexpected challenge: big glass isn't just expensive, it changes your energy plan. This design needed a higher efficiency window package and careful attention to summer solar heat gain, since that wall of windows faces directly into the afternoon sun. The design our final home proves a single-slope barndo doesn't have to look industrial. 32 feet by 40 feet, 1,280 square feet, post frame, wrapped on 2 sides by a 400 square foot covered porch. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a wraparound outdoor living space that effectively doubles the home's usable footprint for a fraction of interior finish cost. The line item cost breakdown site prep and slab, including a thickened edge under the porch posts, $13,800. The core shell, at $30 a square foot, $38,400. The wraparound porch itself framing, decking, roof extension, and railing at $35 a square foot for 400 square feet, $14,000. Windows and exterior doors, $7,100. Closed-cell spray foam insulation, $6,000. Electrical, including exterior porch lighting circuits, $6,300. Plumbing rough-in for 2 bathrooms and a kitchen, $5,600. A 14,000 BTU mini-split, $3,800 installed. Interior framing, drywall, paint, and trim, with the owner handling paint and trim personally, $11,200. LVP flooring and tile in both bathrooms, $4,300. Kitchen and bathroom fixtures, $7,200. Utilities and permits combined, $13,000. Total, $143,700. The surprising part: that porch added a second living room's worth of usable space for roughly a third of what true interior finish would have cost. Kit price is not build price. Here's the number that trips up first-time builders. A shell erected in 2026 typically runs $20 to $50 a square foot frame, roofing and siding, no foundation, no insulation, no interior. A fully finished Barndominium, contractor-built, runs $65 to $160 a square foot, and the 2026 national average sits around $230,000. Where the real money actually goes once the shell is standing, insulation is the line item people underestimate most. Closed-cell spray foam runs $1.50 to $3 a square foot, close to mandatory on a metal building. Batt insulation costs a quarter of that, which is why 2 homes on this list used batt in unfinished shop space and spray foam only where people actually live. How all 5 of these homes beat that average: every home here used 1 or more of 4 levers. Smaller square footage, owner performed labor instead of a full general contractor, unfinished shop space layered alongside living area, and a strategic insulation choice that put money only where it needed to go. None of these are shortcuts on safety or code. Every slab, frame, and insulation choice still meets standard residential engineering. They just shift cost from labor toward the homeowner's own time and judgment. The line item people forget: land, site work, and utilities. If your property doesn't already have power, water, and septic in place, you can add tens of thousands before the building itself even goes up. Every breakdown in this video assumes land the owner already had. Buying raw land changes every number you just heard. 5 homes, 5 layouts, 5 totals under $150,000, every line item accounted for. This roofline keeps proving it's not just the most modern-looking option in barndominium design, it might be the smartest one for your budget too. So tell me in the comments which of these 5 would you actually build? For more real, honest cost breakdowns like this one, hit subscribe. We price out a new tiny home or barndominium every week. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.